Welcome back everyone to another episode in the First Impression series. Today I have for you a Spyderco Endela lightweight sprint run. According to their website, this is the very first sprint run they've done on the Endela. And to be honest, I believe they're all lightweights, possibly except for one. They made an exclusive for Knife Center, which uses pack of wood for their handle. Anywho, this is sporting Burgundy FRN scales and is using a micro melt PD #1 steel. I personally don't have any experience with this steel. However, when I checked out Spyderco's website, they stated it as functionally equivalent to CPM Crewwear. Crewwear is one of my favorite tool steels, so I imagine if there's anything alike, I will enjoy using this one. This is fully ambidextrous with a back lock and allows for 4-way clip positioning. It's got a DLC coated blade, as you can see. Let's give you a close-up. FRN bi-directional texturing. It doesn't feel aggressive in any way, so it actually feels comfortable in hand. No hot spots from the pocket clip, for me at least. To get you a 4-finger grip. It's good jimping right here along the thumb ramp. Now, I was taking a look through this, and I have a couple other lightweight models. I have the Manix 2 Salt and the Para 3 Lightweight. I took a look at those two, and they don't have any liners. I know it's going to be hard to see, and hopefully you can, and if not, maybe right there. You see the difference, a tiny little shine. So both sides of these scales have a steel liner in there, which is interesting, considering that, well, at least 2 other models I've tried for the lightweights don't have that. And in my opinion, that just reinforces the liners a bit more, just makes it a little more sturdy, so I can appreciate that. However, I'm sure that adds a bit of weight as well. I weighed this recently and it was 3.15 ounces. Still fairly light in the pocket. Anything between 3 and 4 is my preference for everyday carry. I do want to do a size comparison. So when I saw the Endela come out, and being familiar with the Delica 4 on the bottom and the Endura 4 on top, I immediately thought of Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, right? Sometimes this is just too small. Sometimes this one is a little too big. But the Endela is just the right size. Wait, does that make me Goldilocks? Really, it's, for me, I love large folders, excuse me. And the Endura 4 is always, it's kind of fit that bill, just having a large blade. However, if you like blades more in 3 to 3.5 inch blade length, this would probably fit the bill better. Just to take a look, I'm sure anyone can just go online and check out the blade length, but if you're looking at cutting edge, this is, well, actually this is right at 3. Cutting edge is at 3. The Delica is coming in at less than 2.5 inches. So it's got 1/2 inch over the Delica 4. And yeah, so this is a solid 3-inch cutting edge. All right. Probably adding another 1/2 inch if you want to include the full blade length, but I tend to go by cutting edge more than the blade length. Just, what's the point of the rest of this blade if it's not usable, I guess. Sometimes depending on whether or not it's designed to have a finger choil, I guess that, does function. But yeah. Let me know if you got one of these in your collection, whether it be the sprint run or the, actually, I forgot to talk about something. Apologize. I wanted to talk about thoughts about the FRN. So some people actually don't mind it, or they don't really like it. I don't know anybody that loves FRN scales. And I think just the perception of it is not as high-end material, obviously, and it's therefore it creates the perception that it's a cheaper product. I feel like I've been getting some comments about it. Some people really dislike it, and that's fine. Everybody, you know, has their own flavor and opinions and prerogatives and preferences, really, at the end of the day. I don't mind it, but I feel like if Spyderco started popping out different handle materials for this model, they would appeal to a larger demographic of consumers. When I took a look at the lineup on Spyderco's website, the only knife that didn't have FRN scales, or I guess technically wasn't the lightweight version, is the Knife Center exclusive with the packer wood. Everything else had FRN or potentially FRCP. I don't look at every single model, but I know sometimes the copolymer and the nylon models get either are interchangeable or they swap between the two. Anywho, I'll just use FRN for the sake of argument, but this is, yeah, I feel like if they made models with different hand materials, they would appeal to a larger audience overall, just because of how some people don't really care for the FRN. I don't mind it. However, I'm not going to say if they didn't come, if secondary market, or I'm sorry, aftermarket puts out different scale materials, that I'm not going to go pick it up, because I probably will. All right, that concludes everything I wanted to say about this knife. So, anywho, let me know if you got one of these in your collection. Post your comments and or questions. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And please make sure to subscribe if you want to get notified for future videos. There's also that bell icon on your screen you'll want to click to make sure you actually do get notified. Otherwise, as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate you tuning in, and stay frosty.